everybody. Welcome back to Two Kings Play Dream Daddy. No.
Episode 600.
I forgot what episode. Whatever. Just you clicked on the title.
You know.
You know.
You know.
You already know. Here we go.
The one person watching, you know.
I think I read this last time. Right?
Think?
I was hungry, so I'm going to click it.
You did say it.
Here we go. Matt and I walk to a tiny little diner with a cute neon sign. We tear into some bacon and eggs in a corner booth.
Hey.
So there I am in the pit trying to explain to the face tattoo guy that I didn't mean to elbow him in the face tattoo. He's already seeing red. Not from the tattoo, which coincidentally was red.
Yes.
He's lumbering towards me and there's nowhere to go.
Hey.
It's the end for me, right? Then, out of nowhere, I get this idea. I just lean back and spread my legs, and just like that, I'm crowd surfing away from him in slow motion. You should have seen the look on his face.
Oh.
Bought him a beer afterward, and we were cool.
Yeah.
We still follow each other on social media. He has beautiful kids.
Aww.
Glad you guys worked it out. Yeah, man, just goes to show you that punk's not dead. It just drives a minivan and has to hire a babysitter. That's pretty good.
Yes.
So how did you get to see all of these amazing
Hey, dude.
concerts?
Hey, dude.
Oh, I used to tour in a band. We were small, but it got us to travel all around the states. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, we were poor, and we just had to scrape a lot together just to survive. But I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. But yeah, that's how I knew a bunch of those people at the show. Music like this builds an amazing community, especially in a town like this. Just a lot of positive energy and good vibes.
What?
Wasn't his left arm the one full of tattoos? Now it's his right?
No. I think it was his right.
You're tripping.
Yeah, I think you might be tripping, man.
You're tripping.
I don't know, man.
Stop
I'm
tripping.
going to keep an eye on it.
All right. I got that feeling. Plenty of friendly people, especially that Pablo kid. Oh, man, everybody loves Pablo. His mom's been raising him on her own, and you can tell that it's been tough for the both of them. I know he looks up to me, so I try to help him out whenever I can. That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Us single parents just really have to look out for each other. How's Carmen Cita? Oh, his daughter, right?
Yeah.
She wants to learn the drums. She says she wants to learn the drums. Oh boy.
Hey.
It'll be loud, and I'll need to take a lot of aspirin, but I'll manage. I can't really blame her. I'm suddenly very grateful that all of my daughter's hobbies are super quiet. Photography.
I read pornography.
Oh my god.
I read pornography as soon as it came out. I was just like, damn.
Quiet.
Okay.
Whatever it is
Very proactive.
that she does on the
Aggressive.
internet. Thanks, Haya.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be supportive of Carmen Cita's rebellious phase, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it, doesn't it? Sometimes you just gotta let them run away from home.
Is that a line?
I don't know.
What is?
It's Neva, man. She ran.
Oh,
I think.
I forgot about it. Title this one "Getting Personal."
I know, right?
Oh, shit, dude.
I think it would be a good daddy-daughter activity to find something to rebel against together.
Hey.
Like what? Fashion, consumerism, big budget remakes of foreign films.
Big budget remix of foreign films.
Go, boom. Reading subtitles isn't even that hard.
Me.
I think we just have to strive as a society to be okay with reading subtitles.
He and I laugh.
He and I laugh. We keep digging into our big plates of greasy diner food. The breakfast I ordered for dinner is absolutely hitting the spot. Dude,
Always
you
does.
think- yeah,
It
man,
always
fucking
does.
breakfast food, man. Man,
Hey, yeah.
being a single dad is rough sometimes. It's a lonely feeling. I understand that all too well. I mean, at least we have the rest of the dads to talk to.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I get really nervous sometimes talking to people. Matt gets nervous talking to people?
But
he's
so cool.
Me too. I've never really considered myself an extrovert. I never really considered myself an introvert. But I'm just uncomfortable in every situation, always.
Oh.
Is there a word for that, though?
when you're not really.
When you're like a little bit
You're
of
in
both.
the middle.
Omnivert probably is the word. Ambivert. It's an ambivert.
I don't believe you.
It's true.
Oh,
Google it.
not right now.
Okay. Soon.
I'll just continue to not
We'll
believe
talk
you.
about it after.
Google.
I'll Google it.
Google.
You Google it.
You Google it.
You're fine. You're actually really easy to talk to. You know that?
Aw,
I
thanks.
smile.
Matt and I spend the rest of the night trading daughter stories. Turns out our kids are a lot alike. We finish up our late night dinners and head out. We walk back to the cul-de-sac, back to our respective houses.
Ooh.
Tonight was a blast, man. Loved it. Although I'm probably gonna feel it in my knees in the morning. Haha. Shoot me both.
Carpet burn.
I don't usually like going to these things alone. It was really cool to have you there with me. Rick, you were right. The tattoos on his other arm now.
Told you. I fucking told you.
How weird.
It's because they're just mirroring. They're flipping.
Yeah.
Them. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Leave him alone. He can have tattoos on both arms if he wants.
Told you, man.
I'm glad.
Hey.
All right. I'm calling it quits for the night. Stay cool, man.
You know those spot the differences?
Yeah, you're good at those.
It's always the best.
Okay.
He
I
called me
wasn't good at them.
cool.
I was the best.
He's cool. Mac!
Matt called me cool.
Fuck man, dude.
He wants-
Yeah.
He wants, this-
No.
Yeah!
he wants my dad bod.
Dead bud.
I walk into the house with my heart in my throat. Amanda pops her head out from her room. Oh,
Hey, Pops. How was the show?
Matt thinks I'm cool.
You don't say.
Hiya. Matt thinks
Hiya, waya.
I'm cool.
Blind leading the blind, huh?
You don't talk about my dad.
That's my
Wow.
man!
I just got dunked on by my own child. Unbelievable. Hey, Hiya. Remind me of which of us just tore it up in the pit at the punk show, and which of us just spent 4 hours probably watching Tiny House Hunting Amish Triplets Extreme Edition.
First of all, how dare you? That show is a classic. Second of all, you moshed in the pit? Who even are you?
Cool dad.
I'm you, but better.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm your extremely cool dad.
Yeah, I like the other line better.
Yeah,
Alright.
me too.
I'm hitting the
I'm just
hay
gonna-
Pops.
Just gonna edit that out.
I give you authority to improvise on your line, sir.
All right.
I'll see you in the pit!
Night, Hiya.
Night,
Wait,
bitch.
why did I say it like that? I'm
What do
tired.
you mean?
So I was like, night, Hiya.
God.
Is it more points than your bitch ass vampire?
No,
no!
it's not.
Because you ruined it!
I'm pretty sure you said to pick the
I-
one that I clicked on. That's all I know.
Play back the tape.
Hey, he didn't talk like Damien did.
We have so many
Welcome.
fucking points.
You've got
All right.
All right,
bags.
Rick. Who do you like?
Who do you like?
Let's go with
Don't
Robert.
pick.
You wanna go with Robert?
We're
Really?
gonna go with Robert.
Dirtbag Robert?
He
You know what? We
looks-
know the least about him.
Exactly.
Right.
He looks interesting.
New
if
voice?
this gets dark,
New voice?
No, I'm Robert.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, you-
he was
Yeah.
the Batman voice.
Oh,
It's good.
That's your Batman.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay, I'll remember to scroll on this one.
Oh, yeah? Not for mine, but yeah.
When the internet gains sentience. When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy all of us, you know to use information against us, right?
God, he's already dark.
This
On
is
a
good.
Friday night, you were most likely to.
Make a deal in the
My
alleyway.
God.
Have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo.
Dude.
If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be?
A gun.
It just says gun. It doesn't even
I'll
say
shoot.
a
I'll
gun.
fucking shoot someone.
What are your turns on?
Don't talk to me.
What did you want to be when you grow up?
Grifter.
What's your favorite movie genre?
Italian neo-realism.
What's your ideal date?
Grave Robin.
What do you never leave home without?
At least 4 knives.
Dude, this guy's
At
a
the
fucking
very least.
badass.
I'm glad we picked Robert.
I spend a lot of time thinking about.
You ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Cause they're mine.
Fucked.
Message.
Straight fucked.
Message.
Message.
Hey, this guy seems cool.
Oh
Right?
my god.
Have a nice bottle of whiskey with him.
You would pick him. This is.
I only picked it because I thought it'd be the most interesting of the other dads.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. Robert was pretty nice.
He wasn't.
A little odd, but nice.
Don't
Rugged
get
and
murdered.
ruggedly
We're
handsome.
gonna get murdered.
We should hang out. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I sit there for a couple of seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Whoa. Hey! Says that he read my message.
200!
Yes! He's such a badass!
I anxiously await for a response. Twiddle
This
my
is you.
thumbs, watch cat videos
Do cat
on the
videos,
internet.
bro.
Alright.
You gotta pass the time
Cat videos.
while you wait.
I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos, and Robert quickly vanishes from my
See?
mind.
See?
I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watched maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back in my head. I jumped over to Dadbook to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy is busy.
Ew.
I might as well make the best of my day.
I hate him.
I get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on the TV. History Channel, Food Channel, Game Show.
Food channel.
History Channel.
Ew.
Ooh, Naked and Afraid, Catching the Deadliest Ancient Aliens is on. I like the fake shows they do. Who's on TV? Who's on TV, guys?
Do
I'm
it.
so cold. I'm so scared. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna catch these aliens by day 50.
I'm having trouble following this.
Ancient astronaut theorists predict that being naked makes you 10 times more likely to find ancient aliens. Some suggest that aliens are fascinated with the human physique, most notably the butt.
Okay, I'm back in. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for the old Chef Lopez to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make a sandwich, microwave some eggs.
Mustard jar.
Mustard jar.
Make sandwich.
Make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates? That's what I say. Why do you don't even need a plate. The sandwich, a lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor. Me. No! I look around and remember that Haya's not home. This is still 5-second rule, right? Wow, not me. I reassemble my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor and putting them back where they belong, in my mouth. Oh, no. Wait, I'm a wreck. I finish my snack and walk around the house for some more. Bored. When's Haya coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up for the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off of a door. It would really bring the living room together. I wonder where I put it. I spend a couple of minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam!
God damn.
Welcome to the jam! I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild. And welcome to the jam! They did it. They did it.
God damn it.
God damn it. I pull up from the three-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to this song. I mean, true.
Are there words? Are there more words to that
I
song?
really don't know. No, look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something Space Jam.
Wow.
I managed to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home. Then we cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning down the house.
Fuck Robert.
But he's asleep all day and he's up all night drinking.
I was thinking that. I was like, maybe he's like a night person, you know? Afterward, Haya and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped. Toddler Tournament. What?
Yes.
What have... Oh, toddler.
What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glaze with the creme fraiche, of course.
This is literally liquid dog shit. A jar of baby food.
No, it's creme fraiche, I promise.
The toddler immediately bursts into tears.
Are we bad people for watching this?
Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that?
Oh, you probably just got a message.
Haya and I walk over to the computer and check Dad Book. It's a message from Robert.
Ooh!
Ooh. You up?
Those aren't good!
Those aren't good?
You up? What are you doing? No!
What you doing? What's that booty hole doing?
Yes! Robert just wants to fuck!
What does that mean? What you do? Oh, that's you, sorry.
What you doing?
What am I doing?
You're just chilling. I'm just
I'm
chilling.
just chilling, watching television with my daughter. I'm working on a motorcycle. It's your
Do
call,
I have a
Rick.
motorcycle?
I mean, I don't
He's
know if
gonna
that's
call
gonna
your
bite you.
bluff.
I don't know if that's gonna bite you in the ass or not. So.
Just chilling.
I'm just-
Just chilling. I type back, just chilling. Amanda deletes the G
G.
and hits send. Just chilling.
it'll make you look cooler.
A couple of moments pass by. Another message pops up.
Hey!
Wanna grab a drink?
Hey, that means he wants to hang out.
I know what that means, Haya, but it's kind of late.
Don't be a bitch. Come on, Pops, live a little.
I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers.
Well, it's your life, but I think you have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you?
Ugh, fine. I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at the gym in Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me.
I never do.
It's just so sad. I throw on an ice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night.
Ooh, I'll be Kim.
I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer, watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh, Barry's there?
Barry's there.
Because she's an alcoholic, too. Ahoy. Ahoy there, Skipper.
She was like
There you go.
English.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was...
Like cocking in
I
last time you did
I
it.
like the way it got at the later half of that.
Skipper.
Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh.
Oh.
I brought Mary along. Figure we needed a drinking buddy.
Mary's down.
Damn.
Hey, did his eyes get softer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
He's sober.
Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Not to deal with this weird married lady making passes.
Give it a
at me.
rest, buddy. Ugh.
Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Beer?
Whiskey
Something tropical.
Straight up.
Whiskey straight up.
Get fucked up.
A dad after my own heart, huh? Yeah. Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be.
Hey.
I know, right?
Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. Shut up, this is hard.
What have I
Spent
got
her,
myself
man.
into?
Shit. It's about to be a fucking threesome.
No!
Stop!
Stop!
Is that not what we're thinking?
No! Mary's just an alky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought maybe they're both fooling around.
Oh, like them as a...
All
Maybe.
3 of us are gonna fool around.
Stop.
Alright.
See what happens.
We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this.
She's so beautiful.
Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on. We're bar hopping. Oh!
Let's go!
Alright.
Get it!
We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So, where are we headed?
Hey.
Irish we're drinking. It's an Irish pub.
Sick.
A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. That hurt just. Puns are the. Oh, sorry.
Puns are the lowest form of humor, George. Try harder.
Ouch. Am I gonna be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary. Put your fangs away for a second. Fucking succubus. We walk into Irish drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round. What are you having? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Beer might be good. Do they make fruity Irish cocktails?
Beer.
Whiskeys haven't failed me yet.
Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Let's do it.
You get it.
Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey, and we post it up in a garnished green booth. Mary slides in, and sliding up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we?
Hey.
Suit yourself.
Mary immediately downs her shot
Jesus.
in one gulp and burps loudly.
Hey.
That'll put hair on your chest.
You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty.
Ah.
Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey!
George, be a dear and get us another round, will you?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen a guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across from the booth from them and pass out the drinks.
So Edith's kid snuck some port brownies onto the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirted gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out on me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad and blah, blah, blah.
So what did you do?
I told her to have a brownie and that everything was going to be
Nice.
fine.
They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along with the story.
She ate 3.
More laughter.
Damn, dude.
Okay, that was actually pretty fun.
Hey.
She called the cops and told them that time had stopped.
Come on.
Mary looks directly at me.
Do you smoke weed?
What?
Ah.
You know, the devil's lettuce.
I
I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze?
Dude.
I love her.
What? No, I am a law-abiding citizen.
Oh, man.
You with the feds? Question
There's
mark?
not an option to
That
fucking...
says yes.
Dude.
What about if you with the feds?
You with the
you
feds?
checking
this,
first.
This was a party right here. Yeah?
You with the feds, right? That's the only kind of like.
Yeah.
I worked
Ew.
hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner boy is gonna drop the dime on me. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want it to.
Ew, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
What?
Remember, you come at the king,
Ew.
you best not miss. Jesus.
Jesus, kid. Silent fuck.
Robert giggles helplessly.
Ah.
I'm just kidding, cowboy.
Lay off the kid, Mary. He may not be used to your brand of humor.
Fine, fine.
Hey.
We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow.
Wow. Is it Joseph?
Is it Joseph wondering where you are? Lots of eligible bachelors around here, huh?
Oh.
Could you get the next one?
I would say that one.
Right, could you get the next round?
Yeah, that's what I would say. You trying to ditch me, pal?
No.
Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. George wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear, the wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey.
Huh?
Now, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy.
Me! Pick me!
Go with God.
Go with God.
Nice seeing you.
Give it a rest, buddy.
Deuces, nerds!
She's so cool.
I like her. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger looking guy at the
So
bar.
hashtag confirmed cheater?
Maybe.
I mean, if you can sleep with Josh.
Is she with
What?
Joseph?
I mean, Joseph, right? If you can sleep with Joseph, then
Is she with him?
they're married.
They're
they have
married
kids.
and have kids, that's what...
Okay.
It's canon. She just goes around.
She's a beard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get you.
Mind
They have 4
blown.
kids, dude.
She's a good beard.
Okay. Alright.
It's very satisfying. Jeez.
What if they're not even his?
Dude, they're so blonde.
It could be. No, they are blonde.
So?
Okay,
She grows on
there
you.
you go.
Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does.
Me!
But what about her and Joseph?
There you go.
What about him?
Ooh.
You know, they're married, and she definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gestured to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at that young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just the thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Oh, man. You know, I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day. Still, got a little wild in you. You know it! There's so much wild in me.
Child,
I have a child I need to care for.
So much
you
more.
know it.
You know it! Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting myself into? Think you can go a shot for shot? Jesus.
There's only one way.
There's only one way to look cool here.
Yeah.
I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes a shot and knocks it back. That's one.
1.
So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool, and he probably hates small talk. So how are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people. And this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think of the silence. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with 2 people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh. All right. Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer. Mary giving the hardest sell to that young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. So, did you ever kill a man?
God damn it.
Jesus. I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had, gone. No?
Hey.
Great. Me neither. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you. Relax. I only killed one guy. I laugh nervously.
After
sex. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on other men after the other one excused himself to the bathroom, and I assume crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey is hitting me hard.
That's pretty good.
You betcha. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices.
Hey.
Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's just gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists that it's not his birthday.
Mary.
We make our way out of the bar and back into the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see.
Right?
I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally, a liquor store. Wait here. I'll be right back.
Gonna rob the place.
After a
Sex
minute...
store, not the fucking liquor store.
Yeah. Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. We're cutting off Robert's face. I take a sip. White Zinfandel?
Zinfandel.
Zinfandel.
I poke his nose.
What?
Oh.
Nothing. I just
What?
wasn't expecting. It's delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me. I start to say something. Think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier and stop. I sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit. What?
Yeah.
Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot.
Let's throw rocks at shit.
That felt good.
God.
He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know.
Oh.
With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know what has to be done. I got a problem with
sorry.
authority. I'm sorry. This one's for you, Pappy.
Happy.
What the fuck? The first one? No, the last one.
Hey, this one's for you, Pappy. I have unresolved resentment towards my father, and I'm going to express it through property damage. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign, right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack. Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I am no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly, my stomach growls. Oh man, I am starving. Let's get pizza. I can't argue with that. What's good? Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I know just the place.
His house.
I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Pizza Pot. Pizza.
Pizza pizza.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Ta-da, motherfucker. I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of the stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian!
Yes.
Oh wait, George, you're cool with pineapple in your pizza, right?
Of
I
course.
don't know.
Of course.
Honestly, yeah, it's not that bad.
We made it. Oh no.
He's in love.
We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate, so saturated with grease that I'm worried it will fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it.
Yes.
Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excited. Got any more of that wild in ya?
Keep doing that.
You
betcha!
I'm so tired, but I love my
my
daughter,
daughter,
and I should
dude.
go home to make sure she's
She's
all
fine.
right.
She's fine.
It's fine.
You betcha.
You betcha.
Betcha.
Good. Look at all those
Good on ya.
dicks. Look at all those
I'm gonna take you down.
Ew!
Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, that suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Kiss already! There's nobody to kiss yet. You want him to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah! The kids down the alley, down the way, notice us heckling. One of them speaks up.
Hey man, keep it down.
Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid.
He deadass named him Ernest Hemingway. That's
Oh,
cute.
I did the kid's this kid's voice because you were doing Lucien.
Yeah.
He's the one that was getting walled up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ernest, hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kiss anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who, for some reason, knew he would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo! Love is dead.
Damn.
Shut up, it's beautiful.
Okay, you're gonna
I'll do it.
All right,
I mean, this way you're not doing every single
Okay.
voice this
True.
fucking episode.
All right. No, you shut up!
Say bl-
Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're going to sit there and appreciate them. Okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders catering, fed a bunch of people so that they could have had that energy to do their jobs. What a guy.
growing on me.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
He's a tough guy with a heart of gold.
Yeah, that's cute.
We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over, he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film. We leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine.
You want to do that one, Heidi, or you want?
Well, no, I think it's gonna be like dudes.
Dudes.
Hey, assholes.
Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the
Oh, shit.
knee. My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit.
That's it
Just because
now.
I heard the slowly ominous music, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's gonna be like dudes." Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is gonna be pissed.
They're all drunk.
Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid?
You ruined my theater going experience. Now you have to pay.
Why that voice?
Just going with it, man.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and like movies got really expensive.
True.
Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity.
old.
And I'm probably gonna feel super sore in the morning. We ruined it for you? That movie's pretty crappy in the first place.
Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story, with really genuine acting.
You call that good acting? What classist, mainstream slop have you been served your entire life?
What?
Have you ever seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946. Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness.
Oh my god.
Listen, man.
Excuse me?
No, you
Oh my
listen.
God.
That popcorn ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You, of all people, should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, now you've done it.
Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee.
Ah!
I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Fuck my knee! Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Fuck my fucking nose.
Sweet friend.
Alright, buddy. Talk, little punk. Get hit like a little punk.
Damn.
Robert squares up into a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds with 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows.
What?
And don't even think about pulling any illegal turnstile, whatever that is. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points.
What?
You have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity
Vagina.
to handle it.
Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked.
It's too late. You two are bloodbound.
Jesus,
If he
so
dies,
cool.
you die.
Is he the one we're pursuing?
Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry.
Damn.
We just keep
That's fucking We're just gonna go.
Ernest and his friends wearily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will hear about this and consume better content.
Yes.
Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you able to actually fight that kid? Wait, did he say were you about to?
Were you
actually?
about to?
Yeah, my
It's
bad.
fine.
Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though, they always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensberry sanctioned throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half of that up. Wow.
Hey.
See, you don't have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah, back to his place.
Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink.
I love movies, dude.
It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever see any Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller is cash. Thanks for defending my honor. Thanks for the dinner and the movie. Thanks for the adventure.
All of them.
All of them are good, but
I'd say-
what would he think would be cool?
Adventure.
Adventure?
I
Yeah.
think adventure would be best.
Adventure.
Thanks for the adventure. Adventure's all I got, buddy. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder, and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep. This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms in his cheeks, a rare sight. Let's hang again soon, yeah?
Yay.
Yeah! I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert
Don't be
heads back
clapping them
inside.
cheeks, son.
Stop.
Robert heads back inside, and I stumble my way back home. Well then, that turned out. That turned out way better than
History Channel.
cinema all the way, bro. Had ideas.
Crime.
I'm
That's
lost
right.
in Oceania,
Fuck you
guys.
guys.
Matt's a piece of shit.
Whatever. No, it's because you can't play.
That wasn't me.
That
Welcome.
wasn't me.
You've got dads.
All right, man. We'll call it there, guys. Holy hell, this was a
Intense.
intense one. I think Robert kind of grew on me, man.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought he was gonna be like a dirtbag.
He's who we're pursuing now, right?
He might be.
For sure. Yeah.
Maybe.
What's wrong with Damien, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, we can still date both. Play the field. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. If you want to see more, come on back. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, like that.
It's fine. Every
I
time.
hate it.
Every time.
I hate us.